Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm bringing a Pokemon Starter First Form tier list video, and what I'm going to do is go through all of the First Form starters and rank them accordingly. So the rankings are goated, A+, A, B, C, and trash. So I don't innately hate any of these First Form starters, but there are definitely favorites comparatively. So, if y'all don't know, I've been a huge fan of Pokemon my entire life, and I love Pokemon, and I always have discussions with friends about, oh, which ones are better than others. And so here today I'm going to bring you a tier list. And if y'all like this video, I can do the tier list on the middle form starters and third form starters, and so on and so forth. So, let's get things started. First, let's start off with Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is a great Pokemon. There's no Gen 1 Pokemon I hate. But of the Gen 1 Pokemon, Bulbasaur probably is, of the starters, the one I like the least. But that's still saying something. Yeah, I still like it a lot better than most Pokemon. So I'm going to give Bulbasaur a B. I think it's cute, but comparatively to the other two, I don't think it's nearly as good. Next, let's go to Charmander. Charmander is a huge fan favorite, and that entire line is. I think Charmander is great. I think it's adorable, and I love the little flame on its tail. Charmander is easily an A plus for me. Um, for any of my friends watching this video, this one's is probably to be expected. Squirtle is my childhood favorite Pokemon. I love the Squirtle Squad from the anime, and I think Squirtle is just adorable, and all of its line is just great. And that is definitely a goated Pokemon for me. I have little Squirtle merchandise around here somewhere, and I love the Pokemon overall. Next, let's go to Gen 2. Um, Gen 2, here's Chikorita. I know the Pokemon fan base isn't a huge fan of Chikorita, and it's probably the of the Gen 2 starters, probably the least popular. But I think Chikorita is probably my favorite of Gen 2, believe it or not, probably because of a childhood attachment. Chikorita is a A plus Pokemon for me. Don't hate me for it. Next we have Totodile. Totodile is a super happy, derpy Pokemon. I think it's very cute and lively, especially in the anime. Um, Also, its line is pretty good. I think that the colors and everything are very vibrant and cool. But he's not my overall favorite. Um, but he's still a B. He's still a good Pokemon. I don't have any dislike for him. Uh, Next we have Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil is very adorable. But I don't think it has enough personality. I think a lot of Pokemon you can tell they're pretty sentient and intelligent, but Cyndaquil isn't one of those. But I think it's still a great Pokemon. Still one that no one would make a wrong choice choosing. Next, let's go to Gen 3, and I know for many people, this is their favorite generation. So let's start off with Torchic. I think Torchic is a great Pokemon. That line was the first one I used when I played Pokemon Ruby as a kid, and I think Torchic is great, but I think its first evolution isn't that great comparatively. It's still a good one, but I think that it's a little bit too simplistic for my liking, so it gets a C. Uh, Next, let's go to Mudkip. Mudkip is the face of many memes, and I think it's an adorable Pokemon. It's a mud fish, and I think it's great. I think it should get an A plus. I think its design is great. I like the way its cheeks have a different color. I like the little fin on its head. Looks great. Next, we have Trico. Trico is undoubtedly probably the most popular Gen 3 Pokemon, especially from the anime. It has such a cool personality, and Ash's Trico is just amazing. I think Trico is a great Pokemon. I don't think its line is all that strong in usefulness in game, but its design and its aesthetic I think is top tier. So that it gets a goated for me. Next, let's go to Gen 4. Gen 4 has some pretty solid Pokemon. I think Turtwig is a pretty cute Pokemon, especially with a little leaf on its head. Um, of the Gen 4, it's probably not my favorite, but I think it's very strong comparatively. So it gets an A for me. Um, Next, let's go to Chimchar. I know this line is super popular, and it's a little fire monkey, and it's very cute, but I think it looks good. I think it looks good. I don't know if it's an A or an A plus or goaded, but it's definitely it's a B for me. Um, I think it's a good line nonetheless. I have an affinity towards water starter Pokemon though, so maybe a little bit of bias. But and here we have Piplup, my favorite of Generation 4. And I have a big attachment to this one because of Dawn's Piplup, and I think it looks adorable. I love penguins and I love water types, so that's easily an A plus for me. And most in all of my Gen 4 runs, I typically choose Piplup as my starter. And here we get to Gen 5. My friends, they know my feelings about this generation, and they're not that good. Gen 1 through 4 is by far my favorite. So let's start off with Tepig. It is a pig. I guess it's cute, but my dislike for Gen 5 and Tepig overall and its line, It's trash to me. Of the starters, by far one of my least favorite. Next we have Oshawott. I think Oshawot's first evolution is pretty good. I think the line overall goes down as a whole, but comparatively to the other starters we have on this list, I don't think it's very good. It's a C tier Pokemon for me. Here of Gen 5 is where I think they could have done something right. I think Snivy is A plus first stage starter Pokemon, but I think its line overall goes down as a whole. And I think that if it would have stayed on 2 feet and kept that smug aesthetic it has, there could have been a lot more success of Snivy. But yeah, so Generation 5, kind of two thumbs down for me, but I think Snivy is a upside. Next, we have Chespin. I never used Chespin in a run. I've only played through Generation 6 once or twice, and I never used Chespin. I think its design is kind of basic, and it looks okay, but it's not something to write home about, in my opinion. Next, we have Fennekin. I think Fennekin's a pretty good Pokemon, and it looks pretty cute. It's a Firefox, and I think that's an interesting design. There's some more Pokemon like that, like kind of Ninetales is also, of course, a Firefox, and it looks okay, but again, nothing crazy. Next, we have Froakie. Froakie is super cool. Great evolution line. It's a cute little frog, and I think that's a great aesthetic, and I like Froakie a lot. I think Froakie is a B tier, and like Generation 5 and Generation 6, I don't think that these Pokemon stand out as much comparatively to the previous generations, but it's a B tier Pokemon to me. Next, we have Rowlet. I think Rowlet is pretty cool. In my playthrough of Alola, that was the line I used, and I'm a big fan of its typing, and I like how Rowlet looks. It's very cute. It gets an A for me. Next, we have Litten. Litten is a very, very good-looking Pokemon. I think that's, in terms of its aesthetic, it might be one of the stronger of the Alola region, and that gets an A plus for me. I like its design. Its coloration is amazing, and has a very mysterious look to it. Next, we have Popplio. Popplio is, I think, my least favorite of Generation 7's starters. I don't think it looks very good. I guess it looks kind of cute, but it looks like something you would see at SeaWorld or something like that. It gets a C for me. And lastly, we have the Galar region. And I think all their starters are pretty good. I think Grookey is a good-looking Pokemon. Very, very cute. I like its typing, and I like its aesthetic. It's a solid B tier Pokemon for me. I haven't used it in a playthrough, but I know he's very popular, and I think it looks great. So yeah, it's a B tier Pokemon for me. Next, we have Sobble. I actually didn't use this Pokemon in my playthrough of Sword and Shield, but I really like how it looks. The only reason I didn't choose it, if I were to choose it off first form aesthetics, I would have chosen Sobble, but I don't like its third stage that much. But I think Sobble it's an A tier first stage evolution. I think it looks great. A cute little face it has, and definitely something I'd use. Plus, it's a water type, and I love water types. Next, we have Scorbunny. Now, this is a great Pokemon. This entire line is great. This is the Pokemon I use for my Sword and Shield playthrough, and I think Scorbunny is a very strong Pokemon all around. Its coloration with the white and the red and orangish looks great, and I like that. It kind of has the aesthetic of a soccer player for a Pokemon, and that kind of relates down to its line. Even the animation, it'll like kick around a ball of fire, and I think it looks great. It's definitely a A-tier Pokemon for me. So guys, here we have our list. The goated tier list is reserved for very, very few Pokemon, as you can see. But all around, there isn't a whole lot of Pokemon that I dislike, besides really Tepig. I think Tepig is pretty sucky. But like I said, this is just my personal opinions on the first stage evolutions, and hopefully I didn't offend any of you who have an attachment to these Pokemon. I know people get very attached, including myself. But yeah, I had a ton of fun making this, and hopefully y'all enjoyed it. So if y'all liked it, please like and subscribe. And if you want to see another tier list, I would love to make some. I know my channel is usually featuring anime videos, but I would like to kind of branch out. And there's a lot of things I like, and Pokemon is one of them. So guys, until then, I'll see you next time for hopefully a middle stage evolution or another anime video, guys. Take it easy.